Bear Grylls is a famous adventurer and survival expert who dares to do what no one else has done. From exploring jungles to climbing big mountains, eating insects and surviving in harsh conditions, the reason behind his success is his incredible mindset to go beyond pain and fear and push himself to the limits. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Bear Grylls' success story will inspire you and teach you how to survive anything that life throws at you and become bold enough to leave your comfort zone and finally achieve your dreams. You only get one chance at life, and you have to grab it boldly. Since he was a kid, Bear Grylls loved adventure. He always used to climb cliffs with his dad and felt at home in the wild. But unfortunately, he had a really hard time at school. He was constantly bullied. I was much tougher before school. I had learned to love the outdoors and to understand the wild and how to push myself. When I hit school, suddenly all I felt was fear. Fear forces you to look tough on the outside, but makes you weak on the inside. This was the opposite of all I had ever known as a kid growing up. He and his friend were often beaten up by this guy who was physically stronger, and Bear Grylls became tired of feeling weak and terrified all the time. So he decided to train karate along with some friends to learn how to defend himself. Every night they used to sleep on the floor and train hard, and as the days passed, they learned how to fight. His confidence began to rise, and finally, he was not afraid anymore, so the bullying stopped. After finishing school, he went on his first Himalayan adventure, spending months hiking in India. He just loved being there. In 1994, he joined the British Army and served in the Special Air Service for 3 years. During this time, he learned a lot of surviving skills that made him a surviving specialist. But one training exercise went very wrong and almost cost him his life. Bear Grylls jumped out of a plane over Zambia, but during the skydive, his parachute refused to open at 16,000 feet. He fell on the ground and broke his back on 3 different places. The damage was so severe that doctors told him he might never walk again. He spent 18 painful months in military rehab. It's only when we get kicked down that we see what we're made of. It's easy to be positive when everything is going well. But the heart of all great endeavors is the ability to stagger back to our feet and keep moving forward, however grim it gets. After my accident was such a dark time, and my confidence plummeted. But those long, painful months also gave me a clear goal, and that was to climb again. Everest had been a huge dream of mine ever since I was a kid, and my late dad had given me this poster of Everest that I had always kept by my bed. But I sometimes wonder, if I haven't had the accident, whether I would have actually ever had the courage to make that dream a reality. That dream drove me on so much in those dark days and weeks in hospital after my accident. It lit a fire within me that eventually took me to the summit of Everest and back. I stumbled a lot on that journey of recovery and had many dark days, but I never gave up, and that has been the key to so much since. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. His life was never the same again. It took off in ways he couldn't have imagined. 18 months after the injury, he climbed Everest, and soon Bear Grylls became a global TV star. Sometimes it takes a knock in life to make you realize what you really value. I left that hospital with a fire inside to live life boldly and with gratitude. I had been given a second chance, and that doesn't always happen. You only get one chance at life, and you have to grab it boldly. We all have our limits. To push beyond those limits sometimes requires something just beyond ourselves. That is what my faith has given me, a secret strength, and help when I needed it most. The greatest journeys all start with a single step. Keep focused on the step in front of you, nothing else. And take every chance you get in life, because some things only happen once. So, what's your story?